refrain from being lame. Say it like you mean it. Get up off your feet like that.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, well, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. It's got a chance. Ooh. Putting for bogey. Currently at +1 for the tournament. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right. So a good accurate approach required. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here at the second. 9 feet to the cup. I like the look of this. Oh, so close. This is a par putt. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
It is certainly a different event than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players.
And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. And now over to Tony Finau.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup. All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
That is hunting for the hole. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. Lining up from around 160 yards. He's 2 shots back.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par.
Ooh, that almost went down. Ooh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Judging it beautifully.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here, with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching the steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
Yeah, that was a safe play.
Long way away from the hole if they want to make the birdie, though.
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
Little birdie look in here.
That'll sting a bit. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Going with the 8-iron here. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order, but after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
Ooh, right by the hole. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Good looking putt. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. He's in a share of 15th.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And back to the course with the live action. A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt. That was a gallant attempt. And that should secure the par on this one. Well, Rich, as we make the turn to the back 9, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Sitting at 1 under the card.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Putting for birdie here.
Oh, just missed.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
The 11th is a par 4 playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie.
This shot from about 190 yards out. 4 shots behind our leader.
Well, you're a ball striker, there's no doubt about that.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
He was on a good line. 15 feet to the cup. Ouch, that hurts. Okay, that hole's behind you now.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And a little slide down the standings after that hole. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. Close to the surface here, and the green side rough. Playing their 4th shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Bubba Watson currently in the lead. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts.
This one heading towards the green. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
This has eyes for the hole. And he holds it. What a putt. And that will take him to 1 under. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Bubba Watson is atop the leaderboard with a 1-stroke advantage. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. That's well played. Pin high. Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. And the putt drops, now at 3 under, heading down the stretch.
They're going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. Let's see what they got.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands.
A live look at the leaderboard, and Bubba Watson finds himself in top spot.
Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole Par 3 16th. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it. And this will give reason for the crowd to go absolutely bonkers here.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
7 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Oh, that's frustrating. Just tapping in for a bogey on this hole. At -2, going along nicely today. The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale's an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. But if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the title.
And this putt to move into the top 5.
Just didn't drop.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Looking really good. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, that was pure. And this putt for a final score of 67.
Ooh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
And with that putt, that'll bring his tournament to a close. Well, unfortunately, not able to secure back-to-back victories here, but you've got to be impressed with the performance overall.
Luke, this player did everything to seal back-to-back wins on the PGA Tour. Unfortunately, coming up just a touch short. Still 2 awesome weeks.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.